Sacrifice, love that tune. Playing right here on Pure West Radio. So every Wednesday morning, I get the privilege of chatting to my compadre, Sir Carl Williams, who joins us right now live on Zoom. If you want to come and see our beautiful faces this morning. How you doing, Carl? You all right, buddy?
I'm doing well, mate. I'm really good. Really good.
Excellent. You have a bit of a shine about you today. Is
it
new moisturizer, or are you just feeling it?
Just feeling good, just feeling happy. I actually was still awake at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm going through a phase of not sleeping, and if my little boy moves in bed, I'm awake like this. So I was still up at 4 this morning, but no, I had a good 3 hours sleep, and I'm here. I'm ready to go.
That's all you need. 3 hours. I'll do. I'll do nicely. Always great to catch up with you on a Wednesday as we talk health, fitness, well-being, and had a really nice message in from Anne Howard Jones from Goodwick. I put a photo up of some food I was making at the time. I think it was a Singapore noodle site. I got you a little portion of as well. What do you think of them, by the way? Any good?
Mate, they were unreal, and I wanted to be really kind of picky on them and stuff, but they were unbelievable. Like the noodles were cooked to perfection, to be fair. And you told me it was you put in a little bit more spice than a little bit more heat than you thought. So you preempted me, but it was amazing, mate. It was absolutely amazing. It was amazing, really good, impressed.
To be fair, it was my signature dish. It's only taken me a year to get to that level. I thought if I'm going to give you any dish, it's the one that I think is the tastiest. But yeah, I doubled up on the chilies because I thought they're only small ones.
Yeah.
My goodness me, size don't matter when it comes to chilies. Let me tell you, there was a hell of a bit of heat in that. But yeah, and Howard Jones put where do you get your recipes? Hashtag Synergy Talks. So thanks, Howard, for getting in touch. And I mean, what a great question. Where do we find good recipes, Carl? Because there's so many cookbooks, and it's so important what we put in ourselves because that's ultimately how we fuel the body. So where do we get recipes from? Where do we find the good foods?
That's a great question, Howard. Thanks for getting in contact, and please do for the rest of you as well, because the more you ask, the more we can give you information on.
Yeah, totally.
But essentially, I'm going to be controversial here. You can get meals from anywhere, any single menu, any single book, any single place online. You can find a menu. The difference is how you put that together, and what you leave in and what you take out from that menu is important. So what you find is that you see these Saturday morning cooking shows, and I watch them, don't get me wrong. And everything goes in with 3/4 of a cup of cream and, a bottle of alcohol and in there, and they look fantastic. But realistically, do we need all that stuff to make a tasty meal and keep it healthy at the same time? And no, we don't need all that stuff in there. So you can take inspiration from anything that you want. And a good balanced meal consists of, as we speak about all the time, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. You don't really want to be missing any out if you can, or if you do have very little of one, then you want to make them up in another one. So you've got your balance between, and I mean, there are different people who will say different balances depending on what you're looking to achieve from your plan. But we generally say 50% carbs, 30% protein, and 20% fats. So ideally, you want to try and put those meals together with those ratios as often as you can. So when you're picking a meal, you can see something that looks great, and all you need to essentially do is strip it down to the carbohydrate, to the protein, and the main fat content, and just look at them and see, right, are they good proteins? Are they good fats? Are they good carbs? Are they what I need? And from there, essentially, you can make any meal you want. But if you want to have the cheat approach is go in and type balanced macro meals online. Go and look at what's his name, Mr. Fitness Online, Joe Wicks. He's got some meals there. Now, to be honest, I'm not dissing him at all, but a lot of those meals have got quite a bit of sugar in them, or quite high in certain things and not in others. What Joe's trying to show you is trying to show you variety, and he's trying to show you that you can make something out of nothing. So if you want inspiration and then how you can balance it back out, go to somebody like him and look. Or alternatively, you go to your coaches, you join the 12-week lifestyle transformations. Because I mean, I think we put in about 50 different meals. Now, you can't tell me you're going to get bored of 50 different meals over a 12-week period. Let's be honest with ourselves. I think most of us only have about 6 different meals in a week anyway. We just have them repeatedly or a variation of. So when you say, oh, I can't eat that, or if I'm taking a nutritional plan, then I'm restricted on food or opportunities or options, you're actually not. You're just uneducated in the position of what foods you can be eating, because you can essentially eat anything, as long as we're putting it in the right portions and looking at the healthier options of these options.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a good advocate for this one, Carl, because I mean, it was quite a year and a bit ago that we did the 12-week lifestyle transformation, and you know, it's taken me time. You know, you've got to give it a bit of patience. You know, you're not going to crack it straight away. But only this morning, you know, I was just chatting to the other half, and I was like, I love I don't feel right until I've had my breakfast now. Now, when I started the 12-week lifestyle transformation, I wouldn't even eat breakfast. You know, my first meal of the day was at lunch. Yeah. You know, and now I'm like, I couldn't function without breakfast now, you know, and it sets you up for the day. So, you know, getting these meals right, getting the food right, it is so important, isn't it?
It is. It's about consistency. Every week, consistency is thrown into a conversation, because that is what it's about, essentially. If you do something long enough for a period of time, then you're going to get 1, used to it, 2, it becomes easy, 3, it becomes part of your natural ongoing daily routine. And then by that, you get your results. That's the byproduct, your results, your actionable points from it. So yeah, it's really, really important to continue on that process and on that journey. We say a 12-week period sets you up for the rest of your life if you're willing to learn. If you're somebody that wants to be told what to do every single time, and I can give you a great example of this, and there's nobody in mind in particular, but I'll go through an example of an exercise, and I'll go, right, everybody got that? Yep. And then I'll go to start doing the exercise, and 6 out of 10 of them are still stood there going, what am I doing again? and it's because they're there to be shown, not to learn. And this is the difference. When you want consistency and when you want to be able to get off your own back and get results, you've got to switch and engage the brain and put it onto learning and education mode, and really think about what we're trying to achieve out of every example, every meal that we're trying to produce. And then what happens then if we consistently make that meal, as we're talking about meals, then it comes to a Wednesday morning in Toby's house, and he's made that great breakfast, which is perfect. And he hasn't need to think about it, because he's been doing it well for the last 6 months, and it's his favorite meal of the day, and he never used to eat. That's consistency.
Yeah, that's it. And like you said, it's autopilot. You just do it. But my body expects it then. So I'm like, crikey, come on, feed me, you know, feed me. And it's a great feeling. It really is. You know, I mean, you will feel so much better for it. And I'd say the biggest thing as well, I mean, going back to recipes and Howard and your question, if you're making your own meals, you will save a fortune. You really will. I mean, my shopping probably halved, but also you get a lot of satisfaction from it, knowing that you've got all these ingredients, you know, you've made this. I mean, batch cooking is something I would certainly highly recommend. You know, I've got a very hectic lifestyle with the kids and work. I'm here, there, and everywhere. All I've got to do is go to the fridge, pull out a Tupperware box. That's it. That's it. I've got my meal. I've got my lunch. Yeah, I might cup up some cucumbers and some hummus for my snack. Might grab some fruit or whatever. But now, in fact, I've always got a stash of fruit and little fiber bars or protein bars here. So if I do need a snack or it's snack time, bang, I've got that to go to. Otherwise, if I didn't have that and there was a load of crisps here or there was a load of chocolate and biscuits, I'd snack on that. You know, so I think it's just about putting yourself into that mindset and that mind frame, isn't it? And just making sure you, as you said, Carl, you can get that consistency from it.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, consistency and efficiency work together really well in this. And, you know, it's not just about how healthy meals are going to help you. By prep cooking and batch cooking, what it does is it enables you more time in the day. And when you're more organized and you've got more time in the day, you don't go to little things and you don't pick off the shelf and you don't pick quick fixes, which necessarily aren't the best choices. So it is really, really important that, you know, if you can batch cook, you're not just being healthy, but you're actually doing yourself a positive deed for the day. You are achieving goals. You are being productive. You are moving yourself on from a mindset perspective, because you are winning from the start of the day. They say the first goal that you should do is get up and make your bed before you do anything else. You're starting the day on a positive. You're starting the day with a win. Okay, so if you've got that one win under your belt, then the rest of the day can become positive. If you leave that bed a mess and you don't do these things in the morning, then you're starting off the wrong way. So if you haven't prepared your food, then you're already in a rush, which means you're already in a negative mindset, which you've already lost for the day. So if you've got the meals out of the way, then you're already winning.
Yeah, it's brilliant advice. Absolutely spot on. And one thing that I've found incredibly interesting as well, but more than anything on probably the lifestyle transformation, which has set up now a new lifestyle from me, is I'm eating things that I would never have thought I'd have eaten. You know, and then it relates onto the kids. You know, it really does affect a lot of people around you. And the batch cooking, I think, is probably a really good point. So people say, you know, how do you batch cook? And I mean, I kid you not, you're making a meal for 4, but it's for you. And if you actually look at the ingredients, look what you're putting in, there's probably 6, 7. Sometimes I've even done cook for 4. There's 8 meals there. 8. So, you know, it makes you think, crikey, you know, no wonder people are getting obese if people are following this and they're having these huge portions. I know my body doesn't need it. So that's all you're doing then is putting them in the Tupperware boxes, sticking them in the fridge, putting them in the freezer. You know, I've got a whiteboard that I use every week just to go what meals I'm eating when, what snacks I'm having when, and it's sorted, it's planned. And as you said, Carl, it's the efficiency. You wake up, you feel so much better every morning knowing it's prepped, it's done. You can get on with your day without having to worry about it.
Yeah, that's it. That is the way it is. You know, when you can master organization, and you can only master organization and efficiency when you have that self-love and self-respect. It's all full circle. You know, if you don't respect yourself and you don't really care about the results that happens or how your day pans out, then unfortunately get used to the way you're feeling. You're not going to probably make too much progression that day or that week or that lifetime. It's all about having some ownership, and it's really to kind of having that tough word with yourself and going, right, okay, do I care about what's happening? Do I care about my health? But do I care about it enough to actually action what I'm talking about and what I'm theoretically being told? If I do respect myself and love the people I'm looking after and preparing foods for, then I will get on and I will do this and I will make a difference to my life and everybody else's. But if you don't have that, then it's about finding that why. It's about finding that why it's important to be efficient, finding that why it's important to be consistent, and why it's important to make that time now, to save that time. And when you've got more time and you can be more organized and you've got less stress, then you're happier. And again, it comes back to last week. It's all about happiness in life. And these are the little things that just make us healthier, happier, and enjoy it and appreciate life a bit more.
Yeah, some awesome advice there, Carl. Absolutely spot on. Thanks to loads of you for getting in touch as well and locking in. Hello to Josh Jones. A lot of love from him. Also, Sean Williams as well. Hi, Sean. Good morning to you. And Diane Calendar as well. Thanks for getting in touch with us. Glad you're enjoying the feature. Hopefully, Anne Harrod, we've answered your question there. And just go and enjoy these recipes. As Carl said, just go and get what you want, but just make sure you check what's in it and enjoy it. You know, enjoy those recipes. Enjoy the new good foods. Hopefully, you're going to be putting inside you, and hopefully, you know, you'll feel so much better for it. Awesome, Carl. Love today's chat. Absolutely spot on. Please get in touch with us. You can put a comment below if you've got a question for us to put in next week, or at Pure West Radio on the socials. You can pop Carl a message, me a message. Also, of course, you can WhatsApp as well. 01437 764455. That's 01437 764455. Synergy Talks back next Wednesday at 7:30. Is it, Carl? 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock, 7 a.m. I think next week.
7 a.m. next Wednesday, as I'm going to be jumping in muddy puddles. The lovely Tom Dye will be taking over the realm next Wednesday for Synergy Talks. Get your questions in. Thanks, Carl, and I'll see you tomorrow for my weekly pasting at Synergy HQ.
Excellent. Looking forward to it, mate. Thanks, guys. Get your questions in.